Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the second semi-final of the Dinamalar Premier League Season 2 between SC Blues and BARCLAYS. SC Blues had won the toss just a while ago and they decided to bat first. Prabhakaran to start proceedings for BARCLAYS. And Saktish and Mahendra Devan, the openers for SC Blues. Saktish played a good opening knock. The quarterfinals against Zoho. Scored 20 of 9 balls. Off the mark of the first ball. Oh, that's a loud appeal and that is given. Mahendra Devan falls for a duck. We have a flurry of early wickets in this semi-final again. We had wickets in the first overs of both the innings in the first semi-final and we have one again right now. Nicely bowled by Prabhakaran. Outs out off, went for that drive on the up. Inside edge and nicely taken by the keeper. Mahendra Devan falls without troubling the scorers. SC Blues 1 for 1. Sinoj is the new batter, comes in at number 3 for SC Blues. The true boundary riders for Prabhakaran. There is a long on and a deep mid wicket. It's got a slip. Oh, gently dabbed towards short third for a quick single. Sinoj is off the mark of the first ball. He tried to go for 2 but then settled only for 1. Sakti sent him back. Oh, going low, trying for the drive, Sinoj. Getting beaten once again. Reward in length, down the leg. Wide given. Almost on the block, and nicely negotiated by Sinoj. Now that will be the end of the first over. The Blues are 3 for 1. Arvind, the left arm spinner, comes into the attack from the other end, opens the bowling along with Prabhakaran, and very tough to play across against left arm spinner. Oh, beaten once again. Shakti is trying to cut him off. Slip goes behind to short third. Long off and a deep mid wicket. The two boundary riders for Arvind. Oh, the point fielder goes under him. It's very important to keep creating that pressure, keep having dot balls coming in. Some of these misfields will loosen things up, will make it very comfortable for the batter. Very important for the fielders to remain sharp. Oh, in the air, straight down the ground. It's much straighter. And the first 6 of the innings by Shaktish. Hitting it straight or above mid-off is a much safer option. He's able to go to the pitch of the ball and connect it. Great hit. Straight back to the bowler. End of the second, 14 for 1 SC Blues. Bakaran will continue. Would appeal. Not given. Nicely driven by Sinoj, but straight to the cover fielder. Oh, comes down the ground. Sinoj tries to, you know, clear that gap between point and short third. But nicely backed up by Akash. Now that is clean bowled. Almost yorked it. Sakti is trying a helicopter shot straight down the ground. And he completely misses it and beaten for pace. What a ball by Prabhakar. Second wicket for him. He's having a great spell. 15 for 2 after 2.4 SC Blues. Captain for SC Blues, Sijo walks in at number 4. Still has a long on and deep mid wicket. The boundary riders for him. Oh, nicely driven in the gap. Perfectly pressing the gap between covers and extra cover and gets a boundary of the first ball, Sijo. Great connection, great stride forward, went to the pitch of the ball. A treat to watch. Perfect cover drive. And once again, but this time straight to mid off. Oh, direct hit to on the batter's end, but then had given great fielding effort. That is the end of the third, 20 for 2 SC Blues. Arvind, the left arm spinner, will continue from the other end. Oh, swivels a bit and tries to play that across Sijo in that gap towards mid wicket, but that's a very dangerous shot to play against left arm spinner. And that's eventually taken at square leg. Tries to go to the back foot this time, trying to play it in the air above square leg, but straight goes to him. Had to cover a bit of a ground, that fielder, and eventually takes it. Wickets are falling for SC Blues. They need a partnership to get in a good momentum. A good score is needed to be defended in a semi-final. 20 for 3 after 3.3. Ramkumar is a new batter, trying to cut away once again. They've been very sharp in the field, the point region. Oh, beaten once again, and a rare maiden wicket in a T20. Wicket for no run given Arvind. Great over comes to an end, and no fourth SC Blues are at 20 for 3. Prabhakaran will continue. Perfect ball on off stump, and Sinoj falls. What a delivery that was. It's a dream delivery for a right arm fast bowler. Pitches it on good length. Goes straight and hits the top of off stump. A big gate between bat and pad, and Sinoj falls for 7 ball, 2 runs. 20 for 4 now, SC Blues. Great ball to start off once again for Prabhakar. And 2 runs, safely negotiated. Beaten for pace there, Snoj, in the previous ball. Oh, nicely bowled once again. What an over this has been. What a spell by Prabhakar. Arman is the new batter who's come in. Oh, what a ball! Well, he's in great form today, Prabhakar. Doing all the damage. Well, SC Blues, it's very important for them to consolidate a little more. Well, they are losing the power play battle, but it's very important that they don't lose any more wickets from here on. They are not going to be able to put up a respectable or a defendable score. They're just one step away to enter the final. Comes down the track. This time Arman hits straight behind the bowler, and a great boundary. A welcome boundary for them. Slightly fuller than the previous balls. Coming in nicely to the bat for Arman. A great bat swing. Takes it to a 4. Nothing wrong with the ball, just a slight correction, but much better shot by the batter. Oh, it was almost an opportunity at the gully position. Definite an opportunity dropped. 2 runs taken. Prabhakaran is asking questions, back-to-back questions. With that, the end of the 5th, SC Blues are at 28 for 4. Well, Arvind continues. Have to wait and see if that was another opportunity which was dropped at back at point. Single down the ground towards long off. Strong appeal being asked for leg before, but then not given. The umpire says no. They keep on asking questions. Barclays, they're doing bowling really well. End of the sixth, end of the power play, 29 for 4 SC Blues. Wait, wait and see if Prabhakar continues. Looks like there is going to be a change in bowling. And Akash coming into the attack. Well, with the restrictions going off, we have a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep covers who are the boundary riders for Akash. Oh, nicely bowled. Got a slip for him, Akash. Oh, trying to cut it off. A quick single taken. Match point. Cut away in the gap between point and backward point, and that fielder is in pursuit. Will only follow the ball, go to the boundary. And Rahman seems to be in good nick. Already scored 2 boundaries. Up in the air, what a great connection this one. The mid-wicket fielder will only watch the ball sailing away from him and deposit it in on the parking lot. Just mentioning, look to be in great form. Going after the off spinner. A lot fuller this time. It's coming into him with the turn, especially at that fuller length. Easy pickings for Arman. Yeah, much better length. Much better length. Not giving it to the arc of Arman. Oh, that was swing and a miss. Much better length. Was not in that arc. He tried that same region once again. Couldn't connect it this time. End of the 7th, 40 for 4 SC Blues. Mukundan is the new bowler. Coming to the attack. Continuing with spin, BARCLAYS. We'll have to wait and see how Arman's game plan would be against him. Wrist spinner. Oh, much fuller. With that wrist spin, it will be interesting to see if he can pull up his length a bit. Anything on good length will be good. Try to connect, play, hits it in the gap, and Murli Krishna is there at deep cover position and will not be able to stop that. Great shot by Arman once again. Can give it little more air. Oh, just like that, but not full toss. He got away with it. With more air, and if he can dip it to bowl it toward at good length, interesting to see. Not able to find that right length, Mukundan. So either bowling too full or bowling full toss. Much shorter. And this time a boundary towards deep mid wicket. Goes into the back foot and punches it towards the leg side. A great hit. Harman seems to be the savior for SC Blues. End of the 8th, 51 for 4. Sai Vignesh comes into the attack. He had a very successful quarterfinal. He 1 for 4 after 8 SC Blues. This partnership is going really well. 31 of 23 balls. They've been playing for the last 4 overs. Trying to push for 2. Yes, they go for it. Great running between the wickets between Arman and Ramkumar. Oh, cut away in the gap. Great shot by Ramkumar this time. Beats the fielder at point. They are having a go. Perfect shot. Read it early that it was going to be shot. Goes to the back foot. Cuts it towards the square boundary. Oh, on the pads, but seems like it was much higher. I think much higher. Nice comeback by our Sai Vignesh. Oh, played in the air. He'll be able to take it at the first bounce, Bharat. Only a single to finish the ninth. 58 for 4 SC Blues. Continues from the other end this time. In the air, oh, there was an opportunity. Perfect length for an off spinner. And turning in really well with that bounce. He has created that miss hit. But all, he was just one step forward. Point fielder would have comfortably taken it. Much quicker. Kumar tried to go on the back foot and hit it over square leg. Push it towards as a gap towards deep backward square. Just a single. Oh, much shorter, trying to cut that away, Arman. Beaten. What a hit! No, that sweeper cover collected by Murli Krishna. Nicely bowled Akash. This time he's not giving him any opportunity to go for it. Bowling it at good length, nothing fuller. And cut away and fielded at backward point. Very well done. End of the 10th, 60 for 4. Sai Vignesh will continue his second over. Fields caught behind, but given. Full length. Nicely driven and fielded it long off just for a single. Much better length. Flicked away towards deep square leg. Just for a single. Ramkumar was interested to go for the second one, but Arman denies it. punched it towards long on. Another single. They're happy to keep on rotating the strike. That's very, very important. This partnership has been very successful. One for SC Blues and needed the hour. 42 of 39 balls. Hanuman doing the bulk of the scoring in that. Full toss, flicked away towards deep square, and there is a man to cut that off once again. Another single. Single two finished. The 11th, 64 for 4. Akash continues from the other end. Negotiated towards deep mid wicket, just another single. Oh, swing and a miss. Well, the length is what matters. He was not able to get that length in the first over, but then has been bowling a great second and a third one. Akash. Interesting to see how would Arman react to that. Or will Akash be able to take Arman's wicket? Oh, trying that late cut. Trying the scoop much shorter, but was not able to connect it in the middle of the bat. It's a single towards deep square. Ramkumar much coming in much late, able to time it. Punch of the back foot. Just another single. They're not able to get under the ball and clear it. Great over by Akash once again. End of the 12th, 67 for 4. Sai Vignesh continues his third over. Oh, great connection. And nicely taken at long off. BARCLAYS get that breakthrough. Great catch at long off from Kumar's innings. Falls 16 of 25 balls. Tries to go on the attack against Sai Vignesh. First ball ends up hitting it straight to the fielder. Great catch. 67 for 5 after 12.1. Surinder is the new batter who has come in. That's off the mark of the first ball. Comes down the track. Arman tries to clear it above, long on. Able to hit it straight to him for a single. Great hit. This one. What a shot by Surinder. Went really, really high. Great bat swing. Going out of the ground, miles out of the ground. Oh, once again, straight up in the air. Very similar ball. Oh, for a moment, the long off fielder, he almost reached to it. But ended up going outside the boundary line. Tyaga was not able to put it back into play. That would have been a great fielding effort. Or he could have just, thrown it towards long on. Akash was coming in there, but then, it's a tough call in that situation. Back-to-back sixes. Much wider now. Sundar doesn't try too much. End of the 13th, 82 for 5. Raj will be the new bowler into the attack. Much shorter. Punched down the ground. What's long gone just for a single. Slap towards long off. The singles are comfortably in offer. Interesting to see what would be the approach after this over by the SC Blues. Almost be towards the death overs. Once towards long on for another single. Oh, hit straight to him. Was that an opportunity? Even if not, it was definitely a great stop. Swing and a miss. Dot ball once again to finish the 14th. Sea Blues are at 85 for 5. Again continues from the other end for his fourth over. Comes back into the attack after his opening spell. 3 overs, 1 for 12. Back to back wide deliveries. He needs to calm down, take a pause. Akash is going in and having a word with him. Wide off. The point fielder is not able to stop that. And a boundary. Great cut shot by Arman. Straight down the ground, and it will go above long off for another big six. Well, this is proving to be a very costly over for Arvind. Was in the arc for him. A great hit. He's on 44 of 30. Oh, tries to for a big heave once again, but in under edge. Sun away towards deep mid wicket for a single. Slap towards covers. Oh, straight hitting his legs. That would have definitely hurt. Not able to go down on time. That fielder. I'm sure that would pain a lot. That single 100 runs comes up for the SC Blues. 100 for 5. Trying to cut that away and beat him much better length this time. End of the 15th, 100 for 5. Raj is going to continue for his second. Okay, only 3 runs of his first over. Oh, in the air. It's a miss hit. And the mid-wicket fielder, deep mid-wicket fielder lines up and takes it. It's a great wicket. Wicket of Surender. He was going after the bowling. And still a miss hit there. And great bowling by Raj. He gets reward for his discipline. 100 for 6 after 15.2. Much shorter, nicely cut away. But Murali Krishna there at sweeper cover. And it's a great job. Gives it only to a single. Tries for a paddle sweep there, Suresh. What a great connection. One bounce for the end of the 16th. 106 for 6. He moved forward. That is why the white was not given, looks like, and Rahman is claiming for it. Sai Vignesh will continue. Comes back for his fourth. 1 for 26 of 3 overs. I think it is all settled and we can proceed with the game. And clean bowled. Well, a pause in momentum has affected the mindset of the batter. An important wicket of Arman falls. I'm not sure if that was a necessary break, but then they had to get things clear. Long conversation between the batters and the umpire. After a long pause, game resumes and a wicket at the first ball. 106 for 7 now, SC Blues. In the air once again, the cover filter would be interested. Oh, one-handed take that there by the captain Nandakumar. Back-to-back wickets. First ball for Ashwin. First ball duck for him. Back-to-back wickets for Sai Vignesh. Having a very successful semi-final once again. He had a great quarter-final before Sai Vignesh. Having a great spell now. He's going to be on a hat-trick when he comes back. Hat-trick ball, but safely negotiated. It's a single taken by Manikandan. Great bowling effort by Sai Vignesh. He's done a great job. 3 for 27. 2 more balls to go in his spell. Not 7 for 8 now. In the air once again, but this time will be going above the backward point fielder and might run away for a boundary. Last ball of his spell for Sai Vignesh. In the air once again. And nicely stopped at long off. Eventually only be a single. Great effort by Thyaga. End of the 17th. 112 for 8. Akash will continue his 4th over now. He'll be back for his 4th from the far end. None for 16 of his first 3. And 3 more overs to go in the innings. Very nicely bowled. Quicker one. Once again, great bounce. When the pitch has started to open up, he's able to get turn and bounce there. Akash bowling at the perfect length. Oh, that will cut away, and he will miss that and finally runs down deep third man. For a moment, Prabhas seemed to have been interested, then fell short of him and had a bad bounce, running away to the boundary. Nicely played by Suresh. Just another single. Punch towards point, and another single taken. Nicely cut away. A wide ball. Given. I tried to cut away, but was beaten. Oh, takes the leading edge. Nicely fielded by at short third, and that will be the end of the 18th 120 for 8. Walker will continue. Back for his fourth. Up in the air. And that's a big six over the cow corner boundary. What a big hit that was by Suresh. Great connection. Most a full toss. Walker has been very successful until now. Has the figures of 3 for 18 after his 3 overs. Starts his last over with a 6. Well, they would love to wrap the innings as quick as possible. BARCLAYS, they would need the momentum getting in to the chase. The air once again, this time above backward point, much wider, another boundary. Great shot once again by Suresh. A swing and a miss this time. Much better ball. comes down the track again, swing and a miss. Oh, it's a wide given. It's wide of off. Well, in the air once again. And a huge six above covers. It goes nice and low under the ball. He knew that is where it is coming. Great hit once again. This partnership is worth 31. 32 of them is actually scored by Suresh. Change in field, they're bringing in the deep backward square inside. And they're filling up the offside boundary. They have deep point, deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket. Oh, and yes, that is a run out. Great direct hit. Suresh wanted to take that run. Manikandan was running on the danger end. And nicely picked up by Chandrasekhar, the keeper, and a direct hit. And that'll be 137 for 9 AC Blues. AC Blues have another 7 more balls in this innings. They should try and take it as deep as possible. Navneet is a new batter. They should not get all out and give them an opportunity, give BARCLAYS an opportunity to restrict them. And if you're not getting enough runs, it's okay to let play all 7 balls. Get as much as you can. Everything would be bonus. And a clean bowled, and Prabhakar finishes things off for SC Blues. 137 all out. Prabhakar finishes off the figures of 4 for 35. With that, the end of the first innings. And BARCLAYS, when they come back, they need 138 to win and get a chance to play in the finals and get a chance at the championship. We'll be coming back soon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the chase. Barclays need 138 in their 20 overs to qualify for the final. Opening batters for them, Murli Krishna, the danger man, and Thyaga. Murli played a very entertaining innings in the quarterfinals. 21 ball, 53. And the power play was rocking when he was on strike, and I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining one as well in the semi-final. And let's see how SE Blues will be able to control him. First ball, the second innings of semi-final number 2, and Murli Krishna shuffles and tries to go for it from ball number 1. As I said, it's going to be very, very interesting. We are in for a treat. Well, looking at the intent, SC Blues are making changes in the first ball itself. It's a long off, sent back. Third man comes in. And there is a deep cover position. Oh, swing and a miss. Only tries to aim the gap on the leg side. No one in between. Mid on and short fine leg. They're bringing in a mid wicket now. No one behind the wicket on the leg side. Murli tries to shuffle. And he's not been able to middle the first 3 balls. Well, I don't think any advice is needed for him. He knows only one way to play, and that is what has been the strength for Barclays. Just feeling it outside off. Dot ball once again. Comes down the track and Murli unleashes himself. A boundary towards the deep long on region. First boundary for him and the first boundary for Barclays. They're off the mark. He knew where the line was going to be. It's definitely going to be outside off. Tries to shuffle a bit. Gets it in his arc. Sijo was there in slips first. Now goes back to a short third man position. Comes down once again, and this time a boundary towards the square leg region. No man's land. Another boundary to finish the over. Into the first. 8 for no loss. Ningatan comes into the attack from the other end, opening the spell along with Surender. As a deep third. And Very fine third man, the boundary riders. Swing and a miss for Thiaga. Got a slip for him. Oh, punch straight down the ground. The mid-on fielder will not be able to get that. What a great hit that was. Great balance, stood tall. Saw it was back of length. Punched it straight down the ground for another boundary. This time played up in the air over covers. Again, no one there. Another boundary. Well, he's able to pick up the length so very early, so very well, Thiaga. That has been the advantage. He's been able to stand up tall when it's coming at a good shot or back of good length. At the same time, it is much fuller. He's able to quickly go down under the ball or even drive it, go low and drive it. Well, change in field. Shot third, goes into a deep backward point, and then there is a deep extra cover this time. Punch towards cover for a quick single. Sijo there to collect it. Couple of boundaries and a single, and brings back Murali Krishna on strike. Change in field for him. Both the offside boundary riders come in. It is long off and long on who are outside. He's packing the field in front. No one on the leg side. Oh, okay, again change in field. It is long on and deep mid wicket who goes back. Still has a lot of options. Murali Krishna starts moving forward and swings it over covers. What a great connection. What a great bat swing in a 6 over covers. You can do any sort of field changes on one end and he's going to go in the other direction. Well, that's the advantage of Murali Krishna. He waits for it. He plays it late. And with that strong bat swing, he's able to clear any side of the ground. That has been the biggest advantage for Murali Krishna. He's definitely like the Chris Gale for the BARCLAYS team and for this DPL Season 2 tournament. You don't know what is he going to do next. So as a bowler, I'm sure he's going to give you nightmares. While you're in your run-up, he starts to take a morning walk. And look at his stance. Starting to walk, but only taps it towards point. Well, he can even switch gears even after the ball is released. That's how late he plays. That's the advantage he has. Can be very intimidating. With that, it's the end of the second 23 for no loss. Surrender to continue. On the other end. Well, it's the orthodox field for Thiaga. This time they've got a deep extra cover and a deep backward point. The two boundary riders. Oh, comes down the track and tried to cut that off. Great bounce. Now that is one area on that Whitefield wicket where it's still hard, and when it's a new ball and you're bowling it with good pace, and if you're clocking your wrist perfectly, you'll definitely get good bounce. That has got, that has even got a lot of wickets and opportunities. In the first semi-final, we saw that. Oh, up in the air, a miss hit that one. And the point fielder takes it. Well, that is the bounce I was talking about. Those are the opportunities which we saw earlier. Well, I wouldn't call it commentator's curse. I was only referring to the type of bowling and the length, and that is the length which gets him that wicket. Eventually, a good take. Great bowling by Surinder. 23 for 1. Chandrasekhar comes in at number 3. They are way above the required run rate. They will have to continue to maintain that, at least not keep losing wickets. But that was definitely a great ploy. Using the new ball, using that hard length, using that hard surface, Surinder. Extra bounce does the trick. Oh, much better now at good length. Chandrasekhar trying to fend it off. Looks like it swung outside. Single taken, strike given back to Murali Krishna. Now suddenly things will change. You find change in field. Angoff goes back. The cover goes back. The backward point comes in. Well, he starts his walk. What a great connection. It's in the air. And that is an opportunity. Oh, that was dropped. Definitely not easy. For a moment, we were not sure if it is going to be which fielder going to take that catch. There's definitely that confusion. And then finally, that cover fielder trying to go for it and missing that opportunity. Well, imagine if at all they would have taken Murali's wicket, that would have created a big dent on the hopes of BARCLAYS. Well, he has created that chances, Surinder. While I don't think Murali is going to change any of his approach, he's going to start his evening walk once again. He does that. Full toss. Great connection above the cow corner region for another boundary. This is a gift for Murali. Claiming for a high full toss. No ball. Not given. Great bat swing. A great connection. That it's the end of the third. 30 for 1. Navneet is the new bowler who's come into the attack. Played at no man's land behind the wicket on the leg side. We'll have to wait and see if that will be a boundary, but 2 runs taken. Nicely beaten, just feeling it outside off. Oh, flicked once again. What a great shot that was. This time a certain boundary towards fine leg. Much straighter. The field plan was completely different. Great shot by Chandrasekhar. Seemed to be very strong off his legs. And they're now bringing in more protection. There's a short fine leg coming in. A short fine leg, a square leg. Then there is a mid-on, the leg side. And short fine leg goes behind to a fine leg position. And then there is a deep extra cover. Oh, cut away. Nicely bounced. Played in the gap between point and backward point, and what a shot. Great boundary for Chandrasekhar. So stylish to see that. Great connection. The current run rate is above, close to around 10.5, and the required rate is only 6. Oh, punched back to the bowler. A dot ball to finish the fourth, 40 for 1. They need another 98 runs to win off 16 overs. Surender is going to continue from this end. Murli Krishna, he's on strike. The most interesting moment in this match when he comes back on strike. So entertaining to watch him. Look at his stance. Starts his evening walk. Swing and a miss. And he's angry that he's not able to connect it. Well, that's what it makes it special. And Chandrasekhar walks down to give him some advice. I'm not sure if he's going to take it. He's asking him to calm down probably, but I don't think Murli would do, but that's his natural game. Power and bat swing is his natural game. I think they should leave it with it for him because they've been successful with it. Starts his evening walk once again. Great connection this time over cow corner. Huge six. Well, that is what I was talking about. Well, he might miss one, but he's going to punish you with the second one. It's a flat six. Look at the power. Again, standing tall. Morning walk once again. Straight down the ground this time. Straight above long off. Another big six. Whoa, looked effortless. This is magic. This is power hitting at its best. Well, I can only feel for the bowler. There are big 1,000 things running in your head when you're facing a batter like this. Not sure if anyone has tried a short ball strategy against him, and I don't even if that's going to work, because even that's going to go above either deep point or probably about deep square leg. We'll have to wait and see what they do next. Back-to-back sixes. Brown standing on the edge. Starts his evening walk again, Murali Krishna. Oh, it was almost a miss hit, and that miss hit also runs to a boundary towards mid wicket. Another four. What a hit. The BARCLAYS dugout is enjoying this. They're loving what they're watching. Change in field. Long on goes back. Long off was already there. And the long off comes into a mid off position. Deep mid wicket and long on are the two boundary riders now. And starts his evening walk. Look at him going around. Swing and a miss. It was almost a baseball swing. One more ball to go in this over. Well, they've made the most of the power play. I mean, of course, if you have Murli in your team, the power play is always going to be yours. Last ball of the fifth. Comes down the track. Another big connection. Will the long on fielder be interested? And Suresh takes it. And Murali Krishna finally falls. This is definitely going to be a big hit. Oh, looks like that was a no ball on the previous ball. Or was it a no ball in this one? Yes, it was a no ball in this one. And that's a free hit. What a life this is for Murali Krishna. I was just mentioning that could the tides turn for SC Blues? But fortunes favored Murali here. Well, taken at point, but it was a free hit. Two catches out of a no ball and a free hit. Well, with that, it's the end of the fifth. 58 for one BARCLAYS. And they need another 80 runs of 15 overs. Sijo, the captain, comes into the attack. Miss hit, just a single. Brings back Chandrasekhar on strike. It's the last over as the power play. The boundary riders for Chandrasekhar now. There's a deep point, the deep extra cover. Oh, sweeping in that gap, no one behind. Another boundary. Easy pickings for the batters of BARCLAYS. They are sailing away. They're almost halfway there. Chasing the target, almost halfway there in the final. And we're back with the ball. Sijo will continue. Well, this time cut away towards point, but then there is protection. Murali Krishna is going to be on strike now against Sijo. Tries to drive in that gap between extra cover and mid-off. Nicely fielded. Eventually only a single taken. Well, he's not going for a walk against the spinners. If not, if he misses it, he's going to be stumped. Back in the offside field once again. Moment when Chandrasekhar comes in. Oh, that was nicely coming forward, coming to the pitch of the ball, and great wrist work. Played it towards mid-wicket for another boundary. Well, that will be the end of the power play and end of the 6th over. 70 for 1, BARCLAYS. They need another 68 runs to win off 84 balls of 14 overs. going to be Narun Datta who's going to come into the attack. 3 boundary riders on the leg side, deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep cover. Well, Murli starts his evening walk, but Naradatta stops there. Well, mindset games going on, mind games going on, I would say. Wide ball. Well, you can't get in the head of Murli. We try to go slow and bowl slower, trying to hit the momentum of Murli, but bowls wide. Walks down again, and Murli connects it above point. Another boundary. What a shot that was! I'll change in field now. Mid wicket, deep square comes in. There is a deep backward point who's gone back. He starts his evening walk. Great connection. Big hit. Long off fielder only will watch it sail over his head and outside of the ground. Big hit once again. Well, a lot of work to do for the groundsman when Murli is on strike. What a hit that was again. Murli is on 49 for 20 balls. Starts his evening walk. Swing and a miss. And they're even appreciating that. They love it. Everyone loves it when Murli is there in the middle. Well, he's an entertainer. Changing his stance, starting to walk. Narun stops there. Mind games once again. Well, it's never easy to bowl against Murli. Big connection in the air once again. Again goes outside the ground, and with that the 50 comes up for Murli. What a hit once again. 5 sixes and 5 fours. 55 of 22 balls. Ball is sailing all through, and the groundsmen need an overtime. The score is sailing to 87 now of 6.4. It starts its walk. Another connection straight down the ground, but this time will be. He would not be able to stop the long on fielder. It's very tough. Sorry. Bad bounce for Suresh. Was not able to stop that. Slower ball. Connects it once again. Another 6. Straight behind the bowler once again. Well, there's nothing you can do about this. Nothing you can do about this batter. End of the 7th. 97 for 1. Suresh V comes into the attack. Comes down the track, Chandrasekhar, and plays it in the gap between Don and mid wicket. Would be a single taken. It's going to be Murli again on strike. First time against Suresh. Have to wait and see what the ploy is going to be against him. Already on 65 of 24. Tries the switch hit. Big six. Well, six of a switch hit. Well, is he a right-hander or a left-hander? What a big hit once again. You can't do anything about this. We've got the right ball back and we can go ahead with the proceedings. Comes down the track. There's a big connection this time on the other end of the ground. And that will be was a catching opportunity, looks like there. Then goes between his hands for another six. That's buys 4. Not the way Murli would have wanted. Well, that it will be the end of the 8th over. $114 for 1. Cut away the gap. It'll only be a single to extra cover. But 23 more runs needed. Murli's on 77. Highly unlikely he's going to be getting a century. But back-to-back 50s. What an impact he has created, both in the quarterfinals and in the semi-finals for BARCLAYS. Trying to bowl away from his arc. Goes wide. Comes down the track, playing it in the gap, but Suresh will not be able to stop it. And eventually, another boundary goes in between Navneet and Suresh. Luck for the fielders, but that was going really fast. Another big hit, another huge six, going away and completely going away outside of the ground. Well, I think they need a lot of spare balls in the middle. And yes, they have got one. The leg umpire had one ready. Well, extra work for the groundsman once again. And suddenly it's only 12 more runs to win. It's been a game changer, Murli. White ball. I think he's checking whether if he was inside his crease or outside. Well, they're trying to confirm whether Murli was inside the popping crease or outside. The ball past him. Yes, wide given. Looks like he's not going to take the single. Big hit. Will Longoff be interested? It doesn't look like he goes behind and try to stop that boundary. Only a dot ball. Well, cuts it away, and that might go for a boundary. No, that's stopped. We'll have to wait and see. Well, that's a 4 once again. 131 after 9 overs. 7 more runs to win for Barclays. Manigandan, the new bowler. He swivels and he hits a boundary. One boundary he feels that he shouldn't have hit because he wanted to give the strike to Murli as much as he could, because Murli needed just 9 runs for his century. But they should not worry about it. Eventually, it's on a winning cause. And that is one boundary a batter would have regretted to hit. Now they need only 3 more runs to win. Punch down for a single, gives a strike back to Murli. Two runs to win. He tries a switch hit, makes a mess out of it. Oh, swing and a miss once again. Well, dabs it down to mid wicket just for another single. One more run to win for Barclays to enter into the finals and play Salcomp. Well, that is going to be a big match. They play very well as a team. We'll have to wait and see how does they react to Salcomp. Apologies, how does Salcomp react to Murli's onslaught? Well, end of the over, end of the 10th, 137 for one. One more run to win. Well, he takes that single, Murli. In fact, it goes for a boundary, flicked away towards fine leg. And finally, Barclays win this comfortably, win by 9 wickets. And Murli Krishna, he is the he is the man who's created that impact. Murli is not out for 96 of 36 balls, 9 fours and 9 sixes. He takes him and he takes Barclays to the final. Spare a thought for SC Blues. They batted really well. They lost wickets in the beginning. Then came a 37 ball 46 by Arman. Suresh supported him with a 14 ball 32. Great bowling efforts from Prabhakaran. 4 for 35 of his 4. 3 for 32 of Sai Vignesh, the 2 pick of the bowlers. And finally, Barclays, when they came out, they needed 138 to win. And it was all Murali Krishna's way. 96 of 36 balls, 9 sixes, 9 fours, and they win by 9 wickets and enter into the final.
Morning light, looking slow. Every step the world will go. Every motion finds its moment. Little clicks that softly